Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Steam Train. It's Friday, and I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm Mr. Dorian with New Minds, and if this is your first time tuning in, feel free to check out any of your previous lessons, or just watch this one live on Facebook, or watch them all previously on newminds.tv. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and we have something super awesome today. It is Friday, so that means it's time for a little bit of a brain game. Let's see what's in our magic box and see what supplies we're going to have for today. It looks like we don't actually have very much. We just have some scissors. We have sticky notes. We have a pen. We have a Sharpie. And we have some playing cards. The playing cards are actually optional, but it's okay. If you have them, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to go over a game about speaking. A really important skill to have is being able to say something clearly without being mean to the other person. Sometimes you're going to disagree with people. I might think chocolate's the best flavor of ice cream. They may think vanilla is the best flavor of ice cream. Nobody's really right or wrong, but being able to say what you want to say without yelling or arguing or getting mad is a really important skill to have. This is a really fun game that can help you with that. Here is what you need. You're going to need some imagination, and you're going to need something to write with, and cards are definitely helpful. You could also use dice if you don't have cards. But if you look at a set of cards, there are 13 different cards you can get. You can get Ace, 2 through 10, Jack, Queen, or King. So we need to have an option for all of these. For my example, we're going to do an animal game. So we're going to talk about animals, and we're going to have some fun contests, and we're going to see which animal would win in that contest. So here's how the game's going to work. I'm going to think of 13 contests. I'm going to label them just like playing cards. If you have a dice, like a 6-sided dice, just come up with 6 contests. If you have D&D dice like you do in Mr. Adams' class, you can use a 10-sided or a 12-sided dice or even a 20-sided if you really want to get creative. I'm going to think of 13 random contests. I'm going to label them. So I'm going to write an A for Ace, and I think the first contest is going to be log rolling, where you run on a log. And then I need a 2. I think this contest is going to be pie eating. 3 is going to be fishing. Just think of completely random contests. They could be anything. I'm going to do 4 is a race. 5 is going to be a high jump. 6, I'm going to do tree climbing. 7, let's see, what's a good contest? I think I'm going to do a cooking contest. 8, I'm going to do hide and seek. 9, I'm going to do arts. 10, I'm going to do, let's see, what would be a good contest? Maybe Marco Polo. 11, well, we don't have an 11. We're going to have a Jack, Queen, and King. Those are the last 3. I'm just doing cards because this is what I have. If you have dice, you don't have to come up with this many contests. For Jack, I'm going to think about, maybe tunnel making, digging. 12, I'm going to do a marathon, going a really far distance. 12, I mean queen. And for king, I think I want to do puzzle solving. So we're actually halfway done with making our game. Once you've made this game, you can use it over and over again, or you can even change up the contest every once in a while. So you have your contest, and now you're going to think of 13 animals, one for each card. So I'm going to have an ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. So I'm just going to think of animals. I have a rabbit, I'm going to have a squirrel, I'm going to have a shark, I'm going to have an ostrich, I'm going to have a koala, I'm going to have a sloth, I'm going to have a pig, I'm going to have a dog, I want a lion, I want a bear. Let's see, what's another animal? Ooh, I want a porcupine. I want a frog. And the last one I'm going to do a hawk. So now that you have the game fully made, you have your set of animals, and you have your set of challenges. You're just going to need these in a place where everyone can see them, and you're actually done setting up your game. Here's how the game works. Every person is going to get some uninterrupted time to talk about their thing. They get about 30 seconds or so. They get to talk about their thing, and they have to say why their thing would win the contest. The other person has to do the same thing. Then you say why the other persons would win the contest. And then at the end you decide which one would actually win. It lets you see both sides, and you get to practice talking and speaking about something from both perspectives. So here's how it's going to work. First, we're going to each get our card. So the first person is going to get a 3. That's a shark. So person A is going to talk about a shark. Person B is a 7. So they're going to talk about a pig. Then we're going to see what contest they do. So we have a shark and a pig, and they are competing in a 3. A fishing contest. So I'm going to first talk from the side of the pig, and then I'm going to talk from the side of the shark. So pigs are good for hunting things. Some of them are called truffle pigs because they have a really good sense of smell, and they can smell what they're looking for. So a pig would help you find the fish. So I've practiced, I've thought about how my pig could be good at fishing. And now I'm going to go over here and think about the shark. Well, a shark lives in water, and something they naturally eat is fish. So they're going to be really good at hunting them. And now from the pig, I'm going to talk about the other person. It's like, something else the shark does good is that they can smell blood, and fish, if they get injured, the shark will find them. And somebody's going to say a nice thing about the pig. It's like, well, the pig is very helpful to a farmer or a professional fisher who might be even better at fishing than a shark is. And then we both come to an agreement at the end. We have to agree on which one we think is going to win. We're both going to say that the shark is going to win. He lives in the water. He's been fishing all of his life. So we're going to say it's going to win. And that's how the game works. The goal of the game isn't to win or lose. It's to learn how to talk about something and then agree at the end. Which one win or loses doesn't really matter that much. We're going to do another round just so you can see how it works. And then we're going to do some sillier ones. I'm going to do Jack. First person has a porcupine. Second person has an ostrich. So we have a porcupine and an ostrich, and they both entered into a competition. The competition that they'd entered in is a pie eating contest. So first I'm going to talk about the ostrich. Well, I'm not sure what ostriches eat, but they do have a pretty long neck. So I feel like they'd be able to fit a lot of food at the same time. You notice, even if I didn't know, I said something, but I made sure to say that I'm not sure. On this side, I'm going to say, well, I know porcupines like to eat berries, and most pies are full of berries. So what I'm going to do is I think my porcupine is going to eat a lot of berries really fast, especially if it's a pie-eating contest. And now from the ostrich, I'm going to say something nice about the porcupine. And the porcupine can also get really close into the pie. He's really close to the ground, and I have a longer neck. And the ostrich can say, well, it's a really fast and powerful animal, so maybe you're really hungry. You have a lot of food to eat. So now you can see both sides argued, and from this one I think they would come to an agreement that the porcupine would win. Remember, this game is played with two people. If you play it by yourself, you can think about what's good about each side, and that's okay. But that is how this game works. It's a lot of fun, and it's a good skill to learn. The cool thing is that you don't just have to play this game with animals and contests. You can make up your favorite superheroes. Maybe you take your favorite race cars. Maybe you take your favorite movie actors. Something you know a lot about, you can list those as the competitors, and the contest can be anything, and then you have to decide who's going to win. Maybe you think it's going to be Wolverine versus Spider-Man in a tree climbing contest, and then you can argue about that, state your point, but remember, never be mean to the other person. It's just a game. We're learning about talking. Don't say like, you know what, I think ostriches are dumb. That's not going to help the game, and it's not going to get a little bit better. I'm going to show you one last way you can play this game, but we have a comment. Let me make sure I can see what it says. Oh, do you have our list somewhere? That's the fun part, is the lists are based on you. Everybody's going to have a different perspective and things they know about. So depending on the age of the student or where you are, you can make your own list based on the person. Something you could do, if you know a lot about celebrities, you could look up celebrity birthdays in this month, and that could be your list to choose from. Maybe you have animals that live in one area, like animals that live in the Sahara, and all of those can be your competitors. The point of this game is that the list can be anything. I don't have any specific list, but we will post this animal list right after the show, so you can see it, and I'll post my contest list, just so you can see a really good example. That's all I have for you guys today. It is Friday, so it's a quick brain games lesson, and hope you guys all are doing well. Thank you for tuning in with another real inspired learning with New Minds, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and keep practicing your passions until they become your talents. Thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful day.